Yourself were the victim kind of the Republican Party, at least on Capitol Hill, being fractured in the House. I mean, what does that look like going into the next 4 months?
Oh, we're much more united. I mean, think about that. That was all the Democrats and 8 Republicans.
Hey, Kevin,
one who's not coming back, and then the other part that you have, and the other part you have is one person who raised the issue. He's got an ethics complaint about sleeping with a 17-year-old. So that's the way they would go. So that's the biggest challenge we have.
What night are you speaking? Are you speaking tonight? Or
One person who
hey, you're not. If you took that stage, you would get booed off of it. You would get booed off the stage.
He said you would get booed off the stage. What's your response to him?
Well, he looks very unhinged. I mean, a lot of people have concerns about him. And I'm not sure if he was on something, but I do hope he gets the help that he needs.
As you can see him in his natural self, and then his Botox face, it is a striking parallel to the reality inside of the Republican Party.
Donald Trump is unstoppable. Elect him president again, and America will be unstoppable too.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here. And did Matt Gaetz accidentally walk into a Botox convention instead of the Republican one? Good God, what kind of freak show is going on at the Republican National Convention?
Under Biden-Harris, America has fallen sicker, lonelier, and poorer. Under Trump, we prospered, we were richer, inflation was low, and there were 2 genders.
What's supposed to be a respectable event has been turned into a trash TV episode full of scandals and failures.
The next president of the United States. Enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again.
While Kevin McCarthy was giving an interview with CNN, Matt Gaetz charged toward him like a pissed-off plastic man, pointing his finger and showing off his new look.
I mean, think about that. That was all the Democrats and 8 Republicans. One who's not coming back, and then the other part that you have.
Did he actually pay good money for that look? Think about it for a moment. Matt Gaetz and Republicans want to cut medical benefits for seniors and the disabled. They fight against lowering drug costs on prescriptions and are in the pockets of big pharma. Plastic surgery and Botox are considered cosmetic procedures and can be quite expensive, well out of the reach of the people he wants to cut benefits for. With that being said, Matt Gaetz and his plastic face do not represent the average American. This little dramatic episode proves it. Was he hopped up on Mountain Dew or something else? What's the real deal there, Matt?
hey, you're not. If you took that stage, you would get booed off of it. You would get booed off the stage.
You know, if members of Congress had the same health care and bank accounts as everyday Americans, they wouldn't be going out in public looking like a MAGA plastic man trying to pick fights with Kevin McCarthy or anyone else. But here we are. Was that supposed to be Matt's big entrance? Really? He comes out looking like a freak show and tries to start a fight with Kevin McCarthy while he is on the air? I never thought I'd say this, but Kevin McCarthy did a good job keeping his cool. There's some real bad blood between these two, and I'm surprised McCarthy didn't see red and thump his head plumb off. So did Gaetz transform into a plastic mannequin gone mad from drinking too much MAGA Kool-Aid? He's like a damn Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Folks, this political sideshow isn't over yet. It's just getting started. As a side note, the Republican National Committee was created in 1856 to help elect Republican candidates and support the party's goals, like limited government and a strong national defense. But it has changed dramatically over the years and significantly under Donald Trump. During Trump's presidency, the RNC became very loyal to him. After the 2020 election and the January 6th Capitol riot, the RNC continued to back Trump. They even supported some people who denied the election results and spread conspiracy theories. This caused a lot of disagreements within the party, especially when they punished 2 Republican members of Congress, Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger, for helping investigate the January 6th attack.
The Republican National Committee has censured Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger for their words, quote, participating in a Democrat-led persecution of ordinary citizens engaged in legitimate political discourse. This, of course, further splits the existing divide in the GOP between supporters and critics of the former president.
The party was already fractured when it decided to put on this circus that's full of clowns, jokers, and MAGA morons. This is the best they have, and it's pathetic. So Matt Gaetz decided to make a scene at the Republican National Convention, thinking he'd look like a tough guy. He's got this new suit on, face all shiny from Botox, and he's ready to show off. He spots Kevin McCarthy, the former House Speaker, giving an interview and decides it's the perfect time to start trouble. McCarthy, being used to dealing with nonsense, just ignores him and continues his interview. But Gaetz won't let it go. He shouts again, "Are you speaking tonight?" No. Still no response. At this point, Gaetz is getting desperate. He's practically spitting with frustration. A bystander tries to push him away, but Gaetz refuses to give up. The funniest part, some goofball in the background asks Gaetz for a selfie in the middle of all this chaos. Gaetz, too busy with his shenanigans, just ignores the guy. Eventually, Gaetz realizes his tough guy act isn't working, and then he turned to leave. Then, the best part happened.
You would get booed off the stage.
Shut up, Gaetz.
Don't be an asshole. Dude, I don't even know who you are, man. It doesn't matter what. An asshole. Yeah, I'm just standing here. So don't be an asshole.
As Gaetz turned to leave, an unidentified man stepped up and said, "Hey, don't be an asshole." Gaetz, shaking his head, tried to brush it off, but the man quietly repeated, "Don't be an asshole." Trying to save face, Gaetz condescendingly told the man he didn't even know who he was. But the man set him straight, showing everyone how easily Gaetz flounders when confronted. McCarthy later joked to HuffPost that he wasn't paying attention to Gaetz, saying, "He's got a lot of things to worry about. I just hope he stays out of jail." This unexpected confrontation from the bystander was the real highlight. When push came to shove, Gaetz crumbled. It was a perfect example of how bullies like Gaetz love to cause trouble but can't handle being challenged. Maybe Gaetz should focus on his teeth next time. He's peeling off layers to reveal his authentic self, and it's not pretty. Liz Cheney nailed him when she mentioned his makeup bag, leaving him speechless because it was true. Seriously, his face looks like Herb Putterman. Is it too much Botox? His face has always been huge, but now it looks like his forehead is sliding down over his eyes. When he talks, only his mouth moves, like a ventriloquist doll. And is he wearing foundation? The comments on social media about Gaetz's face are hilarious. They're calling it Gaetz face, and you have to see them to believe it. Let's share this hilarious video and get Shut Up Gaetz trending. And wouldn't it be great if this clip ended up on the big screen during a convention? Now that would be worth watching. And that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.